Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing great today. It's Sunday morning, and I'm going to do the voiceover for this stunning painting, which I'm calling Metamorphosis, because it sure was. There's the base color I used, the cloud white, and there's the mixes, so you want to pause and write that down. Even though I really didn't get too much clouds with the white, and I used 4 colors, and that's it. And those are listed. Pause and write them down if you want to replicate what I did today. I used 2 parts of the Floetrol and 1 part paint, and a couple drops of water here and there on the thicker ones. Now I'm going to speed up this layering. I didn't want to leave it completely out because sometimes it's nice to write that down, especially if you see how the painting turned out and you want to try to do it also. Though it does take a lot of time, so I'm gonna speed it, but you should be able to pause if you need to. I like watching Sarah Mack. She does some amazing pours, and I'll do the same thing, just always taking notes, always learning from others. That's one of the reasons why I'm putting up my videos too. Most of mine are do's and don'ts. Mostly don'ts, but that's okay. We're all learning, and we're all sharing, which is a wonderful thing. I use those little spatulas. I get those at on Amazon. I think there were like 10 of them, maybe. If I remember, I'll try to put the link up. And if I don't remember, remind me in the comments. They're handy little tools. They're great for stirring and for just scraping. Get every drop out of those cups because that's less paint you need to clean up. I'm putting down the cloud white, and I find a little Iggy in there. So normally I don't spread it so much. So now we're going to pour. Here's where the colors come out, and it's so fun to watch. I'm twisting it just a little bit to spread out the colors a bit so there's not just one big glob of it. Now I'm not going to get any cells, or if I do, very little, because I didn't add any silicone. This is just Floetrol. You can already see the gold cloud up and with the shapes. I'm not seeing any white come through. Excuse me. It's early, so I'm froggy. Torch just to see if I can pop any bubbles, and now I'm going to layer down some more white. That helps to move the paint once I start to tilt. Now the dance begins. And this painting it went through so many changes. Now, just looking at that right now, I would have kept that if I would have thought to do a bigger cup maybe. But that canvas is 16 by 20. So that should have taken probably around 11 ounces total of paint, and I had plenty more than that. I know I did. But there's when I do, oh no, it's just too stretched. I should have wiggle walked it, and I didn't. So I'm losing some of my formation of the pour. But then you just start going with it. Here I'm cupping it just to try to keep some of the design and not losing too much of the paint. And that gold is really taking over, which it's been known to do. But I happen to like a lot of gold. Here we're going down to the next corner and cup it to save that paint. And then get that edge. Now I'm seeing that dark blue, in the center there, it's just kind of gaping, gaping. Not really liking that shape. Adding a little more white paint there to get that corner, to get to that opposite corner there. Now looking at this, it's a little lighter than what I actually see with my own eyes as I'm doing this. While I'm looking at this, I think I'm going to adjust some settings on my Canon 35mm. There, that's what I see. Pretty. Look at them, how the colors mixed. Still not seeing any major white clouds, but ooh, sorry for that reflection. I have some really strong overhead lighting so that I can see what I'm doing, but it does not help when you're filming or you're taking pictures with that reflection on that wet paint. Now, right there, you see that string coming down? I do not know when I did that. I must have splashed that on there somewhere. Once I laid that down and saw that, I knew I wasn't going to be able to fix it. So I'm like, oh, no. And plus, I was just looking at this and it wasn't wowing me. So I do what I do best. I start manipulating and playing. And this is an ode to Heather Mader. She gets out her saran wrap too. So this was the first time I've tried this. I mean, I've done dips and stuff, but not the swirly on the wet. And I have a lot of paint on here yet, I've noticed. But what it did was it blended with that white, and it just made a lot of lavender, which I have nothing against lavender, but I like a little more bolder colors. So what do? You do it again and hope for another better result. That wasn't too bad. So I got two big blue lavender waves there. Well, let's speed this up because this is, to me, it's hard to watch. That one was okay. So next thing you do, you pick up your stick and you start playing. What I needed was depth. I saw no depth, no definition, just a lot of mixed blah colors. The top of that painting was pretty strong from my view, what I was seeing. So I knew that I needed some more, just darker color. Let's see if I can fix these swirls. And I needed movement. I wasn't seeing much movement. And checking now to see how much, I had a lot of paint on here yet. And I knew that if I left it like that, I was going to get cracking because I did not use any GAC 800 in my mix. Now, I've had cracking before, and yeah, you can fix it with some maybe gold paint or something, like filling in the cracks, but I just didn't want to do that. So yeah, now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I really hate this thing. Get the balloon out. Balloons almost always save everything, but yet there was no pop, no definition, no depth to the design. So I needed to add more paint. Just so it could contrast, because when you do your balloon rolls, they make such a pretty design, but they're nothing if you don't have some different colors that will come through. And if anyone knows about the balloon rolls, check out Heather Mader. She is amazing with her balloon rolls. They just look like gorgeous flourishes to me. I just love her style. So here I am, I'm going to add some more dark, the Prussian blue. There, now we're going to get some designs. Checking to see how much paint I have on there. Believe me, I will not tilt that again. I learned my lesson. So pretty much the remaining here is just balloon wipe, dot on some more color. And it's just the process of getting to where you want to go. This is the end of the dance. This is where we were down on the floor wrestling. And finally I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. And I think I like it. I knew it was going to dry darker. I love the mix of these colors up above. And then the softness of the rolls. Just the juxtaposition of the linear above and the swirly movement below. That appeals to me. So there we are. I'm going to leave that. Clean off underside drips and take it over to the dry table where I have better lighting, and I'll film so that you can see the actual colors there. See the difference? That's what I was seeing. How pretty. Look at the colors. That's 4 colors. And look at the shades that you get. Just amazing. Very pleased. That was hard work. But you know what? You just have to keep going sometimes. I'm never usually ready to give up. I know that inside that mess of paint and wet, that there's a gorgeous painting to be had. And the trick is to find it, and there we are. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make that painting. I enjoyed doing it, even though it was tough at times. But thanks, and subscribe, please. And you'll get notifications for more videos. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.